ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon.
Well, welcome to the Roundtable, even a little box and a big box. Welcome to the Roundtable. My name is Robert Bannon, and you know what we're doing tonight? Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up in strings. These are a few of my favorite things. It's my favorite things show, the favorite music that I've been listening to and some of my favorite actors, and we're going to talk about all the things here on the Roundtable. My name is Robert Bannon, and I may have said that already, and I could say it again. I'm Robert Bannon, and this is my show, and it's called The Roundtable, and I'm coming to you live from Detroit on Happy 313 Day. What up, though, Detroit? And we're going to celebrate it all later on in our Detroit moment of the day. Hope you're all doing well and fabulous on this wonderful March day. Hello, Abs. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. We changed time, so it's an hour earlier for Abby over there in the UK. And Marie says, hello, Robert and everyone. Another Thursday closer to the big day of May 25th. That's right. I'm getting married on May 25th. Yep. My fiance is around here somewhere. He brought me dinner and everything. And Christine says, hello, Robert. Greetings, all Roundtablers. So happy to be here together again. Sending love to your mom, Judy. Hi, Judy. I heard you're under the weather, and we want to make sure you're doing well and great. Take care of yourself. My good friend, Judy, we love you much. Mom is here. Hi, Mama Rose. Hi, Aunt Fran. Hi, Grandma. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being a part of the craziness that is this show. I sang my favorite things. I feel like Maria von Trapp. These are my favorite things. I don't like whiskers on kittens. I don't. What's in the brown paper package tied in strings? Why did they come up with that list? Does anyone know why that list? Raindrops on roses, that's cute. Whiskers on kittens, no. Chris Copper kettles? Or Chris, what? No, what is the words? They're not my favorite things. But one of my favorite things is Warren Treaty, and they're here. And my other favorite thing is getting to see Brandon Michael Hall blow up out here in the art and entertainment world. If you watched him on a couple seasons of God Friended Me or on The Mayor or a bunch of stuff, he's now doing a show in LA, and we're going to talk all about it. You ready to get going? Here's our hot take question of the day. Where is it? Here we go.
It's smoking.
So what's your favorite thing right now? It could be food. It could be a TV show. It could be a movie. It could be a music. It could be a product that you bought on Amazon and had delivered to your house. What is your favorite thing to do or watch or see or promote right now? If you could say to somebody, hey, there's something I love. What is it? Tell me your favorite thing on this favorite thing episode. And don't cheat and say it's my show. Or you want to know something funny? I didn't even get to tell Darius this today. So I'm walking with my principal and the gym teacher, who may be watching. If you're watching, Mr. Mantic, you're so cute and funny. So the gym teacher walks up to me and he says, I bought your album on Amazon. So I said to him, you bought my album, like you streamed it? He bought a physical copy, like he bought a CD on the Amazon. There was only one left. He bought the one. Oh, he bought the one copy. I'm in trouble. So thank you, Mr. Mantic. I love you for that and blowing up my spot at work. Cat daddies, I love kittens. Look, listen. Right, they're not we have a doggy, and I love your cat, and I'm allergic to cats, so that's why it's nothing but look at this baby. Tell me you wouldn't love this. I would love this baby. I would love to hug it and squeeze it and cuddle with it and be best friends with it. I love a cat, the cat daddies, but I'm allergic to cats, so that's why I said it. No shade to you guys. I love whiskers on kittens. I do, I promise. My apologies. Darius is here. I told you he's here. He's here. Mom says hi. A's here. Hi, A. Hi, Mom. Hi, A. Christine says hi, Darius. Mom Rose, A. Marie. Everybody, we're here together for this fun, special evening together. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. And Marie says hello from New Jersey as well. So let's get into it. Tell me your favorite. Oh, where'd the little thing go? What's your favorite thing? Hit it. Come on. I want to know. Let's talk about the week in review. So this week, in my house, in our house, we've been recouping. So I send my get wells to my Darius. We've been trying to get over this. I definitely was my fault. I was sick and then he got sick. And then we've been 2 weeks and trying to get over it. And I want him to feel better and rest and be A-okay. Always, always. It makes me feel terrible to see him not feel well. So I send we'll make you feel better, babes. I loves you. And this weekend we were kind of chill. It's been a kind of chill weekend. My school did get honored. So kudos to my school that I work in. We did become the most improved graduation school in Detroit. That is thus getting an award. Our graduation rate went up 16%. So we were honored by the superintendent and the school board. I'm very proud of the work we do there because we are a school for second chances for people over age who may have failed or been held back. And now we get them to graduate. So as we like to say, we are the school that graduates the people that no one else could. So shout out to us and the city of Detroit. Shout out to my sister, Renee, who may be watching. Hello, hello. Tell us your favorite thing, lattes. We're happy you're here and hope you're feeling better. Thanks for being here. So we had a day together on Sunday. She got me together because I was looking like this. Yikes. I mean, some people, you might like the beard. I hate it. But this hair is crazy. So she got me back together. And Darius has been keeping us on the fit journey so we can get these jawbones together because I'm going to look like a number 11 on my wedding. I'm not going to look like the 0 and the 10. We're going to be 1 and 1. And we got ourselves together. She got my haircut together and then she took me out. We went to the mall where she bought me and Darius and herself a pair of shoes. These were the shoes she bought me. My students called them lemon pepper steppers. I'd never heard that. Lemon pepper steppers. That must be some Detroit lingo. We're going to talk about Detroit lingo in a few minutes. But those are my lemon pepper stepper shoes, my church shoes, my lemon pepper steppers. And thank you, Renee. And then we went out and went to IHOP. And folks, do you know that at IHOP, these meals right here, eggs, bacon, and pancakes, omelet, or scrambled eggs with hash browns, or this omelet, or this French toast, and etc. Only $6 at the IHOP. $6 meals now at the IHOP. We didn't have any of that. We had the more expensive. I wish IHOP sponsored this show, but we had. I had an omelet and pancakes with bananas and strawberries, and Renee had eggs, and she had pancakes that were like strawberry with some gook on it. I don't know what it was. Some gooky strawberry. And then she had the dulce de leche drizzle, vanilla and cinnamon. She put 2 pancakes together to make a super pancake. And I had a good time. It reminded me of home because the IHOP is, a thing in New Jersey. I guess it's everywhere, but I grew up, that's what we used to have for breakfast. So it was fun. So thanks, Renee, for taking me out on Sunday and having a brother-in-law day. A lot of you ask always about Cora, and Cora, shout out to my brother and my sister-in-law. Cora got her vaccinations this week, and look at her. She's in the car smiling. She looks like a happy baby girl. Hi, baby girl. So thanks for all the love that you always send and ask me about her as well. Don't go anywhere because Warren Treaty is here and Brandon Michael Hall is here while we're talking. So let's talk about our shameless plug, shall we? Pride is coming.
'Cause I'm shameless.
Better tell me your answer because only Adrian's answered something that she likes right now. So don't make us get in trouble and have to stay after school. You know what I'm saying? That's yeah, baby Bannon. Oh, A says Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. No, the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity has been retired, Adrian. Now we're showing our age. The Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity is gone. If you want a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, you have to order the combo and add the fruit. They got rid of the Rudy Tooty, which is a good drag name. Just saying. It's a good drag name. I liked the apple, but they put bananas now in the banana pancakes, like real bananas. Long story short, Darius doesn't eat pancakes and he doesn't eat waffles. So I'll eat a pancake with my sister. Isn't that good to know? The more you know. So, the round table is always, I'm always yakking with somebody. You can watch our shows on the Broadway Podcast Network. Thank you to everybody like the cat daddies, even though I insulted cats today, but I didn't mean it. And Christine and Marie comments every morning when I wake up and I see a comment from Marie on YouTube. It makes me smile because it really helps our videos if you comment. Oh, he doesn't eat French toast either, people. He does not eat French. He doesn't eat the carb breakfasts unless it's a muffin or a bagel. But he's not big in the breakfast. So it really helps us when you hi Catrice. Hey girl. Hey Catrice, girl. How you doing? I'm so happy you're here. I hope you're having a great week. And thank you for take care of my man's at work, especially when you don't feel great. So we are always talking. I'm always talking somewhere, and some of you stay up to date and you watch everything that I do, and I'm so grateful for you. It doesn't get lost on me. And when you put these videos and you comment, or you like, comment, share, and subscribe, much love, and back at you, Fred. Mwah! Love and appreciate you. So when you subscribe or you comment, it makes the algorithm better, and we are like very close to 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. We have 6.97 thousand subscribers. So you helping get these videos out, help us get more guests and get better guests on the show. So thank you all for the love that you do. Some stuff that's out today, Ute Limber, who won the West End, won the Olivier Award, and won, maybe not the Olivier, I don't know. She was in Chicago for a million years. She's a singer. She's a Grammy Award nominated superstar. Here she is in Chicago. Her interview about a brand new single of her version of Mac the Knife is out. She talks about how important it is to fight oppression, especially to German and Jewish citizens out there in the world right now. It's a fascinating interview with a really great performer. And then tomorrow, we are always over on Broadway World. And so tomorrow on Broadway World, Eric Bergen joins me. Eric Bergen was on every episode of Madam Secretary. Eric Bergen, right? Taya Leone, Eric Bergen. He was in Jersey Boys on the movie and on Broadway, and he was in Waitress on Broadway, and he was in Chicago, like Ute, on Broadway. And now he's in Boop, Betty Boop the musical. Boop the musical comes to Broadway. It's open in preview. So he's going to talk to me, and you'll hear us chat all about that. Plus, he's a super producer now since COVID, and he's worked with, I don't know, everybody from Barack Obama to Meryl Streep, and he'll tell you how that all happened on Broadway World. So stay up to date on all things that we're doing. You can go follow me at Robert M. Bannon if you're not already. And great interviews and super duper great people are coming up. You all asked about Matt Doyle, Tony winner Matt Doyle last week, and Tony winner Matt Doyle will be our 1 year on Broadway World guest in April. We are on Broadway World for 1 year already, 52 interviews, 52 weeks on Broadway World in April, and Matt Doyle will be yes, good. I loved it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Matt Doyle will be our special guest for, you didn't know I was a magician. I'm like David Copperfield, but not the creepy part. And Matt Doyle will be our guest. So he's coming up, and the stars of Buena Vista Social Club, all sorts of stuff, all coming up on the Broadway World. Mike's going to go see Matt Doyle. He's doing a show about Italian mothers and sons or something. I don't know. So, amen. So, welcome, Mike. Where have you been? Oh, A's here. Darius is here. Everybody is here. And that's our story. Also, Pride is the coming. And I was promised I wasn't going to talk about it for 56 years. But some of you have already written me that you got your tickets. The cat daddies got their tickets. Christine got her tickets. People have been talking about their tickets. So if you want to get your tickets, please get your tickets, and let's sell this mother out. June 20th, Robert Bannon's Pride Playlist, Volume 3, the third year. I have some ideas for guests. We have new music. Robbie's back. Yaz is back. Thank you, God. So we don't have to do what we did at Christmas again. My full band, all the singers, everybody will be there. Tickets are on sale. Go to robertbannon.com or go to 54below.org, and we'll talk more about that. Melissa Errico is doing the early show at 7, and then I'm doing the 9:30 show, and Melissa will be on this show in the coming weeks. So you'll have to hear us talk about our shows together on the same night and all that stuff. I really would love to sell it out and have a big, old, giant, monstrous, amazing Pride show this year more than ever, because Pride is under attack. The community is under attack. Our country is under attack. So we're going to go and celebrate louder and bigger with more of a bang than ever. So thank you all. Thank you, Cat Daddies. We're trying. We're gonna get people next week. Bruce Valanche will be here with us. So Bruce Valanche is going to be here, and Bruce will be here with talking about a new book about all the bad ideas he had in show business. Did you know Bruce Valanche is the whole person behind the Rob Lowe Snow White Oscars? That was his idea. He'll tell you how that all came about. So next week, don't miss Bruce Valanche here on Thursday night, talking about all that. So good stuff. Oh, I love this. I love when the Cat Daddies and Darius are talking about the A-List, which is the gay show that A may have watched it. Hey, did you watch the A-List? All right. Anyway, that's that. Moving on. It's time for something that I'm very excited about. I worked on this diligently. We got to go because I got a lot of show tonight too. Here is my Detroit moment.
You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. What up, though?
So the other day I was driving Darius's nephew, but now he's my nephew. And let me tell you, being an uncle, I had no nieces and nephews last year. Now I have the boys, which are grown. I have my niece, Cora Rose. And what's funny is Darius's nephews are so sweet and so kind. And I was in the car with Jamel, and Adrian called, and Jamel said he finna go to the store. And if you're from Detroit, finna means like you're gonna go. And it's a very Detroit lingo. So, and people at work make fun of my Jersey lingo, and I make fun of the things that they say. Like here, they say, I'm going to call off work instead of I'm going to call out of work. And I always am like, that's wrong. But apparently that's right here. So we have this ongoing thing about all the Detroit-isms. So Darius will tell me the things that I say wrong, and I will tell him the things that I think they say wrong. And so I created it because today is 313 day. 313 is the area code of Detroit. And happy 313 day to beautiful Detroit. And I'm excited to go through some Detroit-isms with you all here. And you're all from the people from New Jersey and New York are going to be like, what in the world is going on? Look, Mike knows the A-team, which is different. That's Mr. T. And the Cat Daddies say they've seen the reality show. Yes, that's what he's referring to. And Catrice says they are very kind and sweet. Oh, yes. And Mike says short for fitting to. Yeah, finna. Oh, is that what it means? About to. Yeah, like I'm finna go to the store. I'm finna kick your ass. I'm finna go. Yeah, those things. Now that I'm in Detroit, that's what I speak because we're tough. I'm finna kick your ass. So I have a list, I have a card, and I would like to now tell you. Did you know, while looking this up, I didn't realize that part of the country calls it a garbage can, and part of the country calls it a trash can. And New Jersey is split on this, and Michigan is split on this. See, we call it a garbage can, but I wonder if my North Carolina friends and my Maryland friends call it a trash can. So interesting. Regional stuff is very interesting to me. So, and I also learned that you can smell like outside. Like Darius, like I came home and I said, they told me that you could smell like outside. And he said, that means you've been outside. You got to see, because there's rules. And I don't know if it's a Detroit thing or if it's a race thing or if it's a people thing. But like here in this house, I had to learn this because I didn't have this in New Jersey. You have house shoes. You have shoes you walk the dog in. You have shoes that you go out in. You don't wear your outside shoes on the inside. And then you don't put your work clothes in the bed. So like if you're going to lay in the bed, you better go get into your pajamas or different clothes because you don't take your outside clothes, make you smell like outside and the inside. And you don't wash your hands in the kitchen sink. You wash your hands in the bathroom sink. And in our house, I just think we were all happy somebody washed their hands. But that's just my opinion. You ever live with my dad? So long story short, I love these Detroit-isms because I really love learning about different things. See, look, Abby says a bin. Marie says garbage can, Jersey. Mike says Jersey is also split on Taylor ham and pork roll. I know. What is it? And then everyone else doesn't even know what that is. And Catrice says trash can, garbage can, dumpster. Christine says we call it trash can, but say we take out the garbage. See, that's the South. That's funny. Darius says rubbish bin. He wants to be English like you, Abby, so bad. And Latte says trash or garbage. Both work. So we have Finna, we have What Up Doe, which is the official greeting of the Detroiters. So if you ever want to know what up doe on 313 Day, so if you come to Detroit, you go to your gas station, you tell them what up doe, otherwise you're not. And you can tell them that they smell like outside. I still don't know what smell them like outside means. So when I met Darius in our Detroit-isms, he always called this item something I thought he only called it this. But apparently it is a thing here. And Abby says Darius can be British. Oh, Abby, thank you. And he will take you up on that. See, and Catrice says, when I was younger, well, we had play clothes, then we had to change it after school. See, Mike says, Darius, governor, it's time to take out the rubbish before afternoon tea. See, Mike, you'd get along great here. You'd be perfect in this house. See, Mom says, throw it in the garbage can, like a good Jersey mother. And it is Taylor ham. That's correct, John. Also, things that people do wrong in Detroit, according to New Jersey. The famous one is the soda. Okay. It is called soda. It is not called pop. Darius calls it soda. That's why I can marry him, because pop is weird. So if you go to the convenience store, or what they call a gas station here, they will say it's called, would you're just paying for this pop. The other thing that he says that I found fascinating, that is a Detroit thing that I thought was a Darius thing, is what they call a sneaker. So I thought everybody calls sneakers sneakers. Like you wear a sneaker. But according to this map, most of the country calls them tennis shoes. And then the area between Chicago and Cincinnati calls them gym shoes. And only in the Northeast do they call them sneakers. And part of Florida, because everyone from the Northeast goes there. So Darius and Detroit calls them gym shoes. Like put on your gym shoes. And I only knew them as sneakers. So I'm teaching you how to be a Detroiter. See? So I will be unhearing that British accent. Marie says, does the average Detroit person know that you're from New Jersey? People hear it in my voice, and they sometimes hear it in the accent. That's funny. So, yeah. Oh, in UK, they call it a trainer, according to Abby. What? A trainer? See, Catrice, being here in Detroit, calls it gym shoes. John calls it soda because you're from the East Coast. Pop. See, Catrice calls it pop. Mike says, but what if you're not going to the gym like me always? He still calls it gym shoes. They're gym shoes. Wait, I'm going to blow your mind more. Do you know, we in New Jersey call a sandwich, like a big sandwich, a hero. But this is a sub. This is a sub area, like a sub. No heroes, a sub. Then we also have this. I had to learn this, okay? In New Jersey, you go to the diner. Here in Detroit, you go to a Coney. So like we go to Parkside Coney, okay? So Parkside Coney is like the closest thing they have here to a diner. You could eat in there, but most of the time you eat in your car. It's where you would go if you went out late, you were drinking, you want greasy food, or sometimes healthy food. We love the salad from Parkside Coney. Parkside Coney has all sorts of omelets, breakfast, sandwiches, etc. So we went there. Darius took me there the first time, and I ordered bad food because you know a Coney dog is a hot dog with chili, cheese, and onions, and then you get chili cheese fries, which everyone wants in Detroit. And then they ask you this question: squeeze or slice? So do you want squeezed cheese like Cheese Whiz or whatever, Gookie cheese, or do you want sliced cheese? So if you come to Detroit, people, you better know that it's called squeezed cheese, or you better get sliced cheese. Oh, look, Lattes calls it tennis shoes. Oh, and Abby says a Coney in the UK is called a Denny's. It's amazing. Hi, Anita. I love you, and I'll be home in Jersey soon, and I hope to see you, and we're going to do something for Patsy's this, I promise you. Darius says, give the reason. Tennis shoes are for tennis. Gym shoes have a different bottom for playing in the gym. Can't sneakers just cover everything? So I personally don't like squeezed cheese. I did get the squeezed cheese, the Cheese Whizzy one, but I think the slice is better. But that's what I've learned. Then today, this is what I had to ask Renee about. Everyone, this is called a cigarette, correct? Right. This is called a cigarette. But here, they will call it a pack of squares. Or can I have a square? What in the world? So I asked Darius, and Renee, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I asked Renee, Darius' sister, do they really call cigarettes a square? And she said, yes. And I said, why do they call cigarettes a square? And she said, because they come in a square package. And I said, no, they don't. That is a rectangle. That is a rectangle. It's not a square. I have never heard that in my life. A square. I'm going to blow your mind even more. See, Latte says ill about the cheese. Abby says, don't ask a British person what that is called. Oops. Oh, I don't want to know. And John says, yes, when you order a cheesesteak, a Philly cheesesteak, you want whiz or no whiz. In New York in the summer, it smells like whiz everywhere. But that's a different kind of whiz. And Mike says, yes, rectangle. It's a rectangle. And Catrice says, I don't know that she don't smoke, but a square, Catrice. And here's Mike Melfa. And the fashion here in Detroit. So everyone wants, my students, everyone judges money and having a lot of money by these sunglasses, by the buffs, by the Cartier buffs, right? Even the governor of Michigan, Big Gretchen Whitmer, has a pair of Cartiers that was given to her because she's the governor, and her what up though. So that is like the fashion statement. We don't have them. Darius is never going to spend $1,000 on a pair of sunglasses, but now you know stuff about Detroit. And finally, this has been discussed previously on the show. Mike Melfa was appalled and disagreed, and I didn't understand this. But in Michigan, there's two traffic things that are very unique. A, you can make a left on red. Like in New York City, you can't even make a right on red. But you can make a left on red if it's a one-way coming the other way. You can make a left. You can go through the red light and make a left. Not even a right. You could make a left on a red. It's so weird. It feels like you're running a light. It's great because you could get places faster. It's amazing. You feel like a outlaw. And then there's something called a Michigan left. Like in Jersey, we get picked on for the jug handles. They have a Michigan left, which you go past where you need to go and make a turn and then come back the other way. Like you can't make a left at the light right there, and there's no jug handle. You go past your exit and you go in instead of around, and you go whoop, zoop in to go the other way. See the things I've learned? These are the things I've learned here on 313 Day. What up, though? Happy 313 Day. Let's go Detroit. I hope you learned something, if you agree with it or not. I hope this is all new things. Abby says, rights on reds bring her joy. Yes. And John says left on red. Say what? Mike says that makes more sense than a left on red. See, us East Coast people are upset about the left on. You wouldn't think you could do it, but you can do it. So happy 313 Day to Detroit, everybody. I love that so much. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep talking because I don't want you here for all night long. Let's talk about my favorite things. I had the chance last night to go see Kimberly Akimbo, and I have to say it's one of my favorite shows I've seen here since being in Detroit. I really loved it. I loved this cast. A lot of them have been here on the roundtable, so it's my favorite thing for this week. Shout out to Jim Hogan, who reached out and said, "You didn't wait. You didn't come back. You didn't wait at the stage door. We went home, Jim. I'm so tired." But Jim Hogan is so great. He's been on this show. Justin Cooley is on the tour just till this week. He is reprising his role, a Tony-nominated role. We love Justin. Justin's been on the show many a moments ago, and it's playing here in Detroit and then touring all around the country. I had the chance on Broadway World to talk to one of the stars of 16 Broadway shows and a Broadway legend in many ways, someone who I really love her voice. Whoop, I can't get used to these new buttons. I love her voice. I think she's fantastic. And here is a little, and she lives in Jersey, in Leonia, New Jersey, everybody. Here was me talking to Carolee Carmelo. A little clip. Roundtable.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. Yes. Well, I'm so excited. I want people to get their tickets right now. If you go KimberlyAkimbothemusical.com and you're touring around the entire country,
Yes.
This show makes me boohoo cry, and I wanna. It's so cute. How's it been telling this story?
Oh, it's just such a wonderful, heartwarming, life-affirming message. You know, that God knows the country needs that right now. So I'm thrilled that we're getting to tell the story all around the country. We're in Cincinnati right now, and then we'll be in Pittsburgh, and then we'll be with you in Detroit.
I can't wait to stay up to date with you over on Instagram and see what's coming up and what's next.
I try to keep give some fun like backstage things on Instagram so people can know what's going on the tour. We're having a really good time. I hope whatever city you're watching from, I hope we come to a theater near you, and I know we're going to be in Detroit soon, so I'll get to see you there.
I'll be there. BroadwayInDetroit.com, the legendary Fisher Theater. Do you have? Is it a big routine to get ready for you to get in the costume and the wig and the hair, or do you have people that they really take care of you and you get dressed up and you get out there?
It's not, I'm not a big one for like pre-show routines so much. I mean, I pin curl my hair and I put on my little bit of makeup and the wig and lots of layers of clothing. It's not a big prep.
Isn't that cute? Isn't she cute? 16 Broadway shows and Tony nominations, and she's on the way. And did we get Justin Cooley? We sure did. He's so amazing. He's so funny. He's so great. Such a special show. So thank you all for everybody at Broadway in Detroit. We'll have more about that. Yes, only on a one-way, everybody. You can't make a left when there's 2 lanes of traffic coming. Be careful. Don't do that. And finally, our hey friend, hey. Good stuff and sad stuff and all of the stuff is what we're going to talk about. Here we go.
I'll be there for you. How you doing?
So a big happy birthday to A's brother-in-law and John's brother and my friend, Jimmy Garzillo. Happy birthday. Look at us at my show, the Rewind show, for everyone who listened to that album. And there's Jimmy, and there's John, and there's A, and there's me on the rooftop in New York City. And it is Jimmy's birthday. And I hope you had a great day. I hope you get lots of books. I hope you're surrounded with lots of love. I hope you eat lots of good food. I heard you're having Kinchley's Pizza. We talk about New Jersey deliciousness. And I hope you had a great day. So everybody, Roundtable family, I know he's watching. Are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Can't wait to see you, my friend. I hope it's the best one yet. I want to also give a big shout out to our friend of this show, Rafael Blanco, who is a publicist who you don't even know how many guests he's brought to us. If it's MC Light, if it's Erica Campbell, if it's Kenny Lewis, if it's Marette Brown Clark, if it's, oh my goodness, a lot of hip hop R&B superstars that he brought on the show. I just want to send my condolences and my love to him because he is the publicist for the one and only Angie Stone. And he is running her services, and he's in charge of it all. And I had texted him to send my condolences when I saw how close he was to Miss Stone and how great her voice. Black brother, soul brother, yes. Clap a hand, clap a hand, clap a hand. I love that voice. And he also repped the one and only Roberta Flack. So he has had quite the couple of weeks. So I just want to send our love and condolences to him. Roberta Flack is special in our house because Darius loves her. And the night we got engaged, we walked through the streets of downtown with his AirPods, one AirPod in my ear and one AirPod in his ear. And we listened to the First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, which is maybe one of the most beautiful, gorgeous songs of all time by one of the most beautiful, gorgeous voices of all time. So shout out to you, Raphael. Thank you for being so good to the show. And we send our condolences to you. Yes, Jimmy, happy birthday. Shout outs to you. Yes. So what's your hot take? What are the things that you've been loving? And then we'll have the one and only War and Treaty, who I love so much. And only one War and Treaty comes because the husband was packing the bus to go on tour. And she said he would be here, but he got stuck on the bus. So the wife is here and she's so good. And the album is so good. And if anyone listening to me, please listen to the album this week. This is not about them being on the show. I fell in love with their voices. They are so damn good. They are amazing. I have to see them. He says, thank you, everyone. Thank you, A. Thank you, Jimmy. So everyone, the things that you all are watching that you're loving right now, let me find out because I can't wait to see. So we have a lot of comments today by you all because you all have a lot to say for the show today, which I love. Thank you. So A is watching The Pits. I don't know what The Pit is. Oh, The Pit on HBO with with Noah Wyle. He's the Pit and the Doctor. John's watching WWE wrestling. Love it. Fabulous. And Jim, there's a wrestler on the show this week, a TNA wrestler that's doing a play. And Jimmy loves books. So books are good, wrestling is good, and The Pit, we promise we're going to watch it. So cool. Thank you. Latte, who's been homesick, has been loving Sleep, Love is Blind, and White Lotus. So Latte, you get along in our house because we have been watching Love is Blind, White Lotus, and Sleep as well. So Lattes, I feel you about that. Abby says, my favorite thing right now is to travel, starting a new life before turning 30, and the TV show Anne with an E. Oh, I don't know that show. I'm going to look it up. Thanks, Abs. I love that. Marie says, Netflix, because of the dramatized documentary movies, funny series, and comedies. I watch about 2 hours daily. Next week, it might be something else. LOL. I love that too. I watched the Kate Hudson show I told you all about last week where she runs the basketball team. I like Netflix too. I like the dramatized documentaries. They're my favorites. Darius has been listening to 80s and 90s club music. Yes, like you get in the car with Darius, you're gonna get a little "Finally It Happened to Me," or what's the one he's been listening to? Martha Wash sings it, and he's got all the bops, all the good old bops. CNC Music Factory. Oh, that's a wedding list. That's he's like, gonna make you sweat. Yes, we remember when we had Robin S here. And all of that stuff, that's up Darius's alley lately, 80s and 90s. Mike Malfa was a DJ back in the 80s. And that's funny because it's not true. Did the Cat Daddies answer? Christine says, I have turned to nature and animals lately more than the entertainment industry. I love feeding my deer, bunnies, birds, squirrels in my yard and watch a fun YouTube family animal daily show. That's really cute, Christine. I love that. Animals and nature make you feel connected to this crazy earth, and we need that for sure more than ever. And do we have any other people that answered? I like those answers. I accept those answers. They're fun answers for sure. And I think, oh, thank you. Cat Daddies say a recent favorite thing is the musical Swept Away, which closed too soon but was incredible. Now I get to listen to the cast recording. Yes, you do. And if you didn't see our interviews, Adrian and John, who are watching right now, were at the press day and did some work for that show. So I love that. Cat Daddies, you are on it. They're on the showbiz of it all. And Mike Melfa says Am with an E is a great show. Mixmaster Mike. That's it. He used to make those CDs, and that's how old we are, Mike. And those are the songs that Darius is listening to. So thank you all for being here. My favorite things are coming up. One of my favorite things is our next guest. They're so good. Like, they are revival. Get out of your seat. Praise Jesus good. Like, they are freaking good. War and Treaty. I'm honored. Oh, Cat Daddies did see Adrian interviewing away. They were there. They're so good. They went to one this morning. War and Treaty are here. Take a peek at this. So one of my favorite things in the entire world, everybody, is that when I do an interview, I love all artists. I love everybody. But then there are certain artists that you like really love, that like you're bopping to in your car, or you're on the treadmill in your house, or you're walk through the fire in your car and you're living your best life. Come on. I love these people so much. And when you have two people who can sing and love each other and they look in each other's eyes and they just sing these songs. Oh, I melt. I'm in love with War and Treaty, and they're coming to Detroit. They're coming around the block from my house. Can I take them out for a hot dog or a hamburger? I'm obsessed. So listen, they're both going to be here. We're going to kick things off with the lady of the War and Treaty. Tanya, I love you, and I'm so excited you're here. Welcome to my show.
Hi, Robert. How are you?
I have to. You have vocals for days. You better sing.
You had the best introduction for days. Thank you for that.
When I tell you, I've been listening to your new album nonstop, upside down, forward, backwards. I have been obsessed with Plus One.
Oh, that's too sweet. Thank you so much for that.
What has it been like for you to create music? You have other albums. The albums have been out. You've been out in these streets singing for a moment. What's it been like to release this album in particular?
This album has been extremely special. It's an invitation for people to just join us on the healing journey that we have. Join us on this movement that we have with our Hartstown community. And it's to let people know they're not alone, because I think, in this time that we're living in, people just need to know they're not alone, and that, they're accepted and that they're loved. And that's what we've always been about, And so we're just amplifying our message a little bit more with this record, and infusing the music a little bit more as well.
You all can sing. So did you meet each other through music? Did you meet each other before music? How has your relationship and music kind of lived together?
Interestingly enough, we met at a love festival, as cheesy as it sounds. We met in Laurel, Maryland. It was an event that I was doing, giving back school supplies to kids. And Michael was one of the artists that was performing for this particular festival. And I was completely smitten by him, just blown away. And so we exchanged numbers and fell in love. And 6 months later, we were dating. Well, not even 6 months later, weeks later, we were dating. And 6 months later, we were married. And we didn't actually get married to sing. Most people, they're like, oh, did you meet singing? Well, we didn't. We didn't actually start singing together until we were 3 years into our marriage.
Oof. And so 3 years into your marriage, but what I love about your voices together, besides the passion and the love that you could see with each other, is that you both are such great harmony singers with each other. You find the pocket, you find the crunchy goodness that falls in, and you just blend so perfectly together. Is it hard to separate business and pleasure? Is it like we're in a car, we better run our harmony? Or do you separate time for this is time for us to not be War and Treaty and just be us? How do you live a personal life and a public life together?
I think the easiest thing for us is not to try to separate it, because then it could feel to the fan forced. So really everything you see is what you get. I mean, even on stage, how we play with each other, our banter, when we first started touring with our bandmates, they're like, are they fighting, or is this real? It's funny. So we just have, we've learned that we don't fight. We have heavy disagreements, and we learn how to fight, So there's no separation in what we do. We're extremely honest with each other. And speaking on the harmonies, like you were saying, the funny thing is, when we first started singing together, we would rehearse for 6 hours a day. It was insane. And I would be on one side of the house and Michael would be on the other side of the house. And we would just try to hear each other's timbre, each other's voice, and follow it. So it was like, listening to the birds through your window and trying to sing along with that bird. You can't see the bird, but you can feel it and you can hear it. And I think that made our harmony and our connection and our intimacy a lot stronger.
And you could read through it and you could see it. While we're talking, everybody, go to thewarandtreaty.com so you can see everything. You can follow them on Instagram at The War and Treaty. And also, if you're around the corner from me, March 29th at St. Andrews Hall, and we're going to be in Detroit. Tickets are now on sale. So if you're around the corner,
I can't wait.
I can't wait. And the tour dates are on sale, and you're going to be everywhere. They're everywhere. Everyone below us, click the link. You're going to be in Michigan. You're going to be back in New York. You're all over the place this year.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's a 40-city tour. We're excited to bring the revival. I think that, we all could use a revival, a reviving of our hearts, a reviving of our trust, a reviving of love. So we're gonna have a great time. And we absolutely love Detroit. We started, the birth of the War and Treaty actually happened in Maryland. But when we got our spark and our push, it was from doing a show in Detroit with Andalisi, and it was amazing. So we're very excited about that.
March 29th. I'll be ready. I'll be there. Call me by your name. Hey, I'm ready. Let's go. So get your tickets because they're going to be gone. So hurry up and grab them. what is a show like? What is a live War and Treaty show like? Because I saw on your Instagram, you were saying, should we do spiritual and gospel numbers? Should we do our blues? Like what do you call? What is it like? What's the experience in the room?
It's interesting because you really feel this surge from the crowd first. I mean, we come out, but it's like this connection that happens from the first note, and it's like this lightning bulb happens between us and the fan, and it's high energy. It's a lot of fun. It's a revival. It's like a church service, rock concert, folk moment in the show, Americana moment. It's just an infusion of everything that you love about music and that we love about music. We want everybody to be able to feel. And I think that's the most important thing at our show, is to have our fans allow themselves to be vulnerable and to feel and to cry. We cry on stage. We come out with, wig. I have my wig on. It's probably, gonna be sweaty and a mess by that time. Or, whatever the case may be, I let it all out, and I'm vulnerable, and we're honest. And I think that's what we want our fans to be able to experience at a show. Just bring the real you, whatever that is.
Well, we're coming. Detroiters, be out. And then also, in the other cities that you're going to be in, you're in Grand Rapids, Milwaukee, Toronto, everywhere. Like I said, like literally everywhere. You have worked with a lot of other artists. You've become like the singer. Like you are the industry's singers. Like the industry stands up and reps for the War and Treaty. If it's the Kennedy Center honors, if it's award shows. Speaking of Detroit, your duet together for Motown was so phenomenal and amazing at the Kennedy Center honors. What is it like when you get to work with, if it's Zach Brown, or if it's the Brothers Osborne, or if it's Josh Groban and Christmas, or if it's Bon Jovi? Like, what's it like when artists call you and say, like, I want to sing with the War and Treaty?
It's a pinching moment. I mean, it is really like we pinch ourselves. We're like, did Bon Jovi, how did he find out about us? First, the thing is, how do they know? How did they find out about us? I think that's the first question we ask is, wow, they know us, and that's the exciting thing about all of it. And we're extremely grateful. I mean, to be able to have someone of a Zach Bryan's, capacity, and John Bon Jovi and Chris Stapleton and Brothers Osborne, Dierks Bentley, all these, Brandy Carlisle, all these people, John Legend, to even know your name and to support you and to put their fan base behind you and want to introduce you to their fan base is incredible. We've had a lot of plus ones along this journey, people who've joined the journey and just have, helped us get here.
Well, that's the part that I love so much about it, is that you break a lot of expectations in the business. Everyone's trying to put people in a box. It seems like, and you can't be a country act, but they can be a country act, and you have to be an R&B act. And as somebody who is in the city, I have a beautiful Black husband who loves country music, and he gets made fun of. And he's like, this isn't music for us, but music is for people. And you have defined that expectation that you can sing anything for anybody. And if it moves you, it's for you.
That's right. You answered that question. You made that statement, and that's what we do. It's for you. And whatever you want to listen to, if you want to listen to polka music, it's music, and you find it and you love it, it's for you.
How do you find your music? Do you guys write? Do people send you music? Is it a collaboration? Sometimes you have covers in your live show. How do you pick what you do?
Michael is the set list. He's still not here, but it's okay. He's out doing his thing. He's working. He's trying to get here because we have a show tomorrow in Florida. So we've all been sick. We've had, the flu. So we're just trying to get our wits about us. But Michael writes everything. I co-write on a lot of things. He's produced this record. We worked with Dave Cobb on the last record before that. We had Buddy Miller, but mostly all the songs come from us.
And those groups that you mentioned, like they're singers and songwriters, and they're out here doing their thing, and then your songs come in together and put it together. How do you decide, like, it's time for a new album? Like, how do you make these decisions? Do you sit down with your team of people? Is it just you two as an intimate couple who are like, let's put new music out? How does it work?
Yeah, we do that. It's just us together. We've been fortunate enough to get to a place where we started our own management team. So we've put a lot of managers, young managers around us, seasoned people around us, and we knock they're all our plus ones. We don't do anything without at least you're not consulting our team, but including them, because I think it's important for the vision to be everybody's vision so that everyone can speak the same language.
Now, Michael is a veteran
Yes.
and served. And throughout that time, I mean, you read about his story. What an incredible story. Does that, and he learned piano literally in overseas?
Yes, he learned how to play the piano. He's a combat veteran. He's a wounded warrior, and he learned how to play the piano when he was there from 2004 to 2007 on Saddam Hussein's piano. He had pianos, so they, all around the city. And, rumor has it that he was a classical pianist and he loved to play his piano. So Michael, to find solace in his time at war, one of his battle buddies, commanders, took him down into an area and they found a piano. It was dirty, he says, and they had to dust the dirt off of it. And he started to play the piano, fingering it, 1, 2, 3, finding the notes. And then, over time, one of his battle buddies passed away, and he went to his commander and asked him if he could sing a song at the memorial. And when he sang the song at the memorial, it moved so many people that they asked him if this is something he would do permanently. So they took him off the front lines, and he became a songwriter in the army for the fallen.
Oh my God, what an honor. And thank him for his service, and thank you for your service and all that he's done.
Thank you.
Every day what you do is a service for us, because just the music that you put out, and I hope you know, and I'm sure you do, but around this world, there are millions of people who play your albums, and you give us so much joy to share with our loved ones or our family, or a stressful day, or to get our energy out. And the work that you do and the hours you put in really make a difference, because it really moves us and makes us smile and gives us our moments out here is your music.
Oh, thank you. That is so humbling. And it just brings tears to our eyes. Everything that we do, every move that we make, getting on the road today to go to Florida to play for people, we couldn't do this without you guys. We wouldn't have a reason to do music. Of course, we could play it in our home, but what would that do if it was just us playing it in our house and not share that with you guys?
The world needs you. We need you. So when we come to see you in concert, we all are going to be ready and roaring to go. And I want people to get their tickets while we're here as well.
Awesome.
I'm a guy about the whole thing. So you're going to leave to go on the road. What's it like for you on the road? Are you tour bus? Are you city to city? Do you love being on the road? Do you miss your house? How do you make that work?
Again, it goes back to the fan. It always is going to go back to, we have our community called Heartstowns. We started this about 7 years ago when we got on the road. And it's just a group of people. It started out with just a few of us in Albion, Michigan, and then it grew to people like yourself and people who are just a part of what we do. And we have been able to buy our own tour bus. So we just bought our own tour bus. This is our first tour that we'll be, driving around as owners. And we're so grateful, because we could not do this again without the support of our fans. So we traveled on the tour bus now. This is our official first road trip on our bus. We're taking our little dog, so we'll see how that works out. And our son traveled with us for 12 years. He was homeschooled, but he's back in school now. And our core band, who's been with us for about 5 years. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We're also on a health journey, so this will be the first time we're like not having bad snacks on the road, So it's going to be a lot of fun.
I saw that you were so sweet and supportive to your husband today on social media. Shout out to everybody. I was at the gym yesterday. I hate it there so much, but I know
I hate the gym. I do. I've had to change my perspective on it though. So what I've done is I made it work for me. I only do 20 minutes a day.
Okay.
That's it. Free weights. And then I use the rest of the day to walk. So instead of me, getting in my car to drive somewhere, if I know it's like 10 minutes, I'll just walk there. So
that's good. See, and then you get on stage and do 90 minutes or 2 hours of singing your face off. That works. That works. For people that are out here that we could support you, we could support them by buying tickets to the show, obviously, but we also need to listen to the albums. And, they give away their music practically for free on streaming platforms. So you can buy stuff like when you could buy the vinyl or buy something that you can support them and listen to the album, share it with a friend, show somebody that you love or care about their new album, because it's so good from beginning. I love it. I'll be singing Skyscraper all the way home today and all the songs. And then we need to come and support you and see the show live, because there's going to be nothing like the energy of when you kick it and hit it on that stage.
It's different. The album is very different. And one of the things I wanted to share is that Detroit will actually be a live recording. So
Really?
Yeah, Detroit's a live recording. We have a section for that town I was telling you about, Hartstown, where everyone can bring their cameras. They can bring their camera stands. They can record the show. The only thing is you can't sell it. So you can put it up on YouTube. You can have professional footage of the show, audio. Yeah, so we have that. We're doing it there in LA, a couple other cities, but Detroit will definitely be the first city we do our live recording at.
Oh, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Everybody, come see me. I'll be there March 29th, St. Andrews Hall in the middle of Detroit. Tickets are now on sale. If you want all the dates, all you got to do is go to their Instagram page or go over to the website, go to thewarrentreaty.com, buy your tickets now, from Connecticut to the West Coast, to the South, to the North, to all over the place. Please be safe on the road. Send Michael our love. Tell him we thank you. We love you here in my house. We love you here in our house. And we're so excited to have you here.
Thank you so much. And tell your boyfriend that he better keep listening to that country music. It's for him too.
It's for him too. We're all going. Let's go.
I love it.
I'll see you. I will see you on the 29th.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
What is the new buttons? My friend, I love when people say that.
She caught herself.
Okay, girl, I saw you catch yourself. I love her. They're so good. Yes, Marie. He's lost a bunch of weight. They're promoting Ozempic, and they've been on their Instagram page talking about how they lost weight. They're so good. They're so fantastic. Yes, Cat Daddy said they did see Adrian interviewing people, and then Christine says that A's doing a fabulous job. She's doing a fabulous job. Darius is singing everybody. Yes, that's it. See, Christine was singing. I love it. And while we're here talking about this, my other favorite thing, because we ran late because I talked too much. It was a really special, great chat that I had with Brandon Michael Hall. I don't know if you saw God Friended Me. I don't know if were a fan of The Mayor, or you saw the Broadway show that he did as well. He's such a talented actor. We went to Juilliard. I only made it there for a couple months. He made it there forever and graduated. And this is his first time on the roundtable. I've been socially knowing him through Instagram and stuff, like through New York and acting school, but I never had him here on the show. And he was a star, so I didn't think he was coming to chat with us. But he's here. Brandon Michael Hall comes to the roundtable.
You know, too many years ago, I was watching television and I saw our next guest, and I went to Juilliard. And when I see somebody but I didn't graduate like Brandon Michael Hall, everybody, it's hard. Spoiler alert, it's freaking hard to go there. Okay. So I was the first musical theater class with a guy named Burton Rouser. So when I see people come out of Juilliard and they take over this industry, I was repping for Brandon Michael Hall. I was like a crazy fan stalker who had to send a message like, I went to Juilliard, you were in Juilliard, you're doing big things. I want to see you go do amazing big things. And guess what? Brandon Michael Hall has been out here doing amazing big things, acting his face off. And then when I was in acting school 10 years later, because I left Juilliard, so I had to brush up again because I wasn't prepared to work, we read Top Dog, Underdog as a requirement in acting school, and we had Miss Lori Parks on this show before. She's brilliant. The show is brilliant. Brandon Michael Hall in the show is going to be brilliant, and you need to Pasadena Playhouse. Get your tickets. I'm so excited you're here. Brandon Michael, welcome to
Whoa! First off, Robert, this musical theater background. I want to hear more about this, man.
I went to my parents were not stage parents, so they took me to an audition for Ain't Misbehaving when I was 12. And as you may know, there's no role for me in that show.
Right.
But the piano player her name was Diane Wilson, and she was like, I know this guy who's starting this program at Juilliard for musical theater, and you come to there. And then it just, but I got scared. I left.
Well, how long did you go for?
Like a good 6 months. And
then
then
you were probably also there during the times.
I'm old.
So well, it's okay. It doesn't show. But I'm guessing you're during the times. Yeah.
I'll be 42. Wow. And back then in those days.
Wow, man. That's intense. I've heard stories. Yeah.
But you are a graduate. So you're the real deal.
No. You still are too. I mean, come on. That's something that's absolutely amazing.
No, well,
We're both
congratulations.
yardies. We're both yardies. Whether you finished or
Okay,
not, you at least experienced it, and that makes you a yard for
I
sure.
have the pass. I've been in through the
There
door.
you go.
I live that life. I pass it and I go, amen. Thank you,
There
God.
you
It's still
go.
on my resume. How you and theater and television?
Yeah.
I mean, people know you from television and being burst on the scene with the TV stuff and the TV stuff and all of the TV stuff that you've done. But you're a theater baby.
I'm a theater baby through and through. Started on the stage.
And
Yes.
the Broadway stage as well.
Yeah, crazy enough. That was what, 2 years ago now? It was just, it's wild in itself. I can't believe I still was able to make my Broadway debut then, and with such an amazing play, and with a play that it was its 66th. It was the 66th anniversary when we actually got to do it and bring it to Broadway. Um it was amazing time. It was brilliant. So yeah.
So how does something like Top Dog come to you? And is there trepidation to do a role, this two-hander play like this?
Okay, first it comes to you in an email through your agents. I wish it was the
Maybe for
old way
you.
where they like, used to give you the script and that John, but straight through an email they asked me to audition for Booth actually at first. And so I auditioned for Booth, and then when I got to the reading with Greg Daniels, shout out to Greg, amazing director. He was like, actually, I want you to read for Lincoln. And I was like, whoa, okay. All right, well, I'll give Lincoln a try. A day later, we did the reading again. He was like, your cast is Lincoln, but I need you to come to Los Angeles. I was in Tokyo at the time. No spoiler alerts on that. But I was over there, and so I had to get a flight back to Los Angeles. When I got back here, I got to do the chemistry reads with all the folks that were going to go in for Booth. And lo and behold, Brandon Gill, who Juilliard graduate as well. Brandon was, when I came into Juilliard 2011, I think he had been out for 3 years prior, but he was in my buddy line. So I had known Brandon for a long time. And when we did our read together, it was seamless. It was perfect. It was like the mesh was there. We just needed time to really delve into these characters. And that's how it happened. And then we started rehearsals a few weeks after that and opened last Tuesday, which still blows my mind. But yeah, it's been a great ride so far.
People, you have like a moment. So you and you're not gonna miss this.
Oh,
California,
absolutely not.
you're not gonna, you have till March 23rd. So you better
Yeah,
go to PasadenaPlayhouse.org and you better
please.
grab a ticket because there are not gonna be tickets left to be grabbed. So go and
Facts.
grab one.
I mean,
When was
the audience is coming in droves. I gotta say, the audience, honestly, to everyone who's watching this that has been able to watch the play, and for those who have come back numerous of times, and for those who came to theater for the first times to see this play, thank you, because they are coming to see this work, and I hope and I pray that the story is being communicated in a way that is blowing their minds. So thank you for everyone's coming.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is such
yeah.
a beautifully written,
Oh
heartbreaking,
yeah.
serious, all of the
Oh yeah.
things.
Oh
Did
yeah.
you get a chance to ever see another? Did you see it on Broadway or did you
Oh
see another production?
yeah. Corey Hawkins and Yaya. I got to see that production because we were working coming off of Trouble in Mind, which LaShawns, who was in Trouble in Mind, was also producing Top Dog Underdog. So I had a way in to finally see it, which is crazy in itself because it was one of those theater moments, and you can definitely attest to this, when you see a play and you're like, ooh, that's when the moment presents itself, I'm going after that. I want to be in that. And after seeing Corey do an amazing job and Yaya doing a brilliant job in it, it was one of those moments where I was sitting in that theater and watching them and saying, if it comes across the table, I want to be a part of that. And then lo and behold, 2 years later, we bring it to
You're in it.
Pasadena. Yep.
You're up. You're
So I
up.
got to see that. I haven't been able to see the production of the original production with Jeffrey Wright and Don Cheadle, but I've seen little clips through this YouTube video about Susan Lloyd Parks and the entire process of how that came to be, which is brilliant in itself. So got a little taste. Mhm.
Like, only monsters have played this role. Like you're a monster actor to put on
Austin
these.
Latest role. So
And you
true.
right where you're supposed to be, Brandy Michael Hall.
Hey, I agree, man. I don't have survivor's remorse anymore at this state in my life. And to be honest, that is a testament to being in the theater. I think honestly, the theater and theater goers and people who were raised and bred in the theater, raised and bred in the church like I was, and then made the transition to the theater and all that good stuff. I think going back, especially after you've done film for so long, it is like going back to the gym. It is a reminder of why we do what we do. It is a testament to the craft in itself and the usage of your entire body and being present every single night, knowing that, you don't get another take, but you get another day, and you can go home and go deeper and really connect with your partner. And I don't know, it's just the magic of the theater, as we all know, is that little seed that lives inside of every person that loves the theater, where it's like we don't know why we do it, but good gracious, it feels so good when we do it, you know? So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
so
get back on
it's
that
nice to
bike.
every night. Hmm.
You get back on that bicycle and you're like, oh no, I don't
You
know
get
why
back
I
on that
put my,
bike.
and you do it.
Every time, and testament to you, man. Musical theater, I think, is the highest of the art form, first and foremost, and it doesn't get the praise that it deserves unless it's like a running Broadway show. But I think that feeling of every night is, as long as those butterflies are still there, you know you're in the right place. The moment when it gets too easy, you either need to get deeper in the work or let it go. And it's so beautiful that Pasadena is giving us an opportunity, especially after a crazy time that was happening with the fires, which we're so happy that we're able to give proceedings back to the community from the shows. But giving us an opportunity to be one of the first productions that comes after this, crazy time. So it's nice. It's such a blessing.
And the world is great. We're in a crazy world with some crazy times
Are
right now.
we? Yeah.
I've
It's
I've
crazy,
heard
man.
that's the
It's
word.
maddening right now.
So when you put on the beard and the hat and the boots and
Yeah.
the outfit, and you get up there and you tell the story about brothers and their fight for trying to make a place in this world,
Yeah.
people are living this, even though this takes place in
Oh
a
yeah.
different. They're living this today. What is the message you hope, as your artistry and your artwork is put through to these seats, that you hope people
Hmm.
walk away with after they see this?
An understanding that the love and communication has to start in the household. Like it has to be present within the small community in which we create in, with ourselves. For instance, with Lincoln and Booth, and not to give anything away at the end, but the reason they go through these events inside, which is such a testament to Susan Laurie, right? Like I'm gonna go in a little bit of a circle to bring it all together, but
Please,
this idea that during the 1980s, 1990s, which, we're setting this in 1989, during this huge epidemic that's happening in New York City, which we're also setting it, that these two brothers, even though they have these outside lives, everything is happening within this one room, this kind of like waiting for Godot in a sense. Um, and Susan Laurie does such an amazing way, or has an amazing way of making the text so specific and so honest that even though you're in one space for 2 hours and 10 minutes, it never feels that way. These characters are going through such a huge journey, this very, very epic kind of Homer in a way journey. And what I hope that people get from this, understanding that part, is that even though the love flows very much with these brothers and it's very, very deep, there is attention that family has, attention and an education that you get from your family, especially from your brothers, that you don't get, or your sister, that you don't get from anywhere else. And this idea that, oh, you think you can one up me. Well, let me remind you, before you go back out there where the world is tough, where Lincoln has to put on this costume and he has to do these things to survive so they can have a roof over their head, to live in these circumstances where their mother and father left them at such a young age. If you think you can one up Lincoln, if you think you can one up your brother, the person that knows you the most, I got to do it in here before you figure it out or get one up out there through this game of three card Monte. And it's taken me a while to get to that place. And I feel like I'm still finding that tough love within this character of Lincoln. But that's what I hope the audience gets from it, is that there's no other love than family love, even when it hurts, even when it's hard truth, because they know you the most, they know you the best, especially your brothers or your sisters. And so that's what I hope they get from this play, and walk away from it with that, because I know Nope, I can't say the rest. I was going to spoil
No,
myself. There you
I was gonna say, don't
go.
buy a ticket to see the end. Now you're gonna make me want to call my brother. All right, fine. Sean, I will
Call
call
him.
you when
Call
I
him.
will call you after this.
Mhm.
It's
There
such a
you
deep.
go.
I thought about that when I was thinking about reading it and then seeing it in other productions and thinking to myself, in
Mhm.
my head, two people on stage for 2 hours and whatever it ends up being in one set. Am I going to be? Are you going to be bored? Is it not for
Right,
me? People, it's for
right.
everybody. It is
It's
going
for
to be riveting
everybody.
on your side, like the edge of
Hmm.
your seat, riveting story.
Hmm.
Um,
Very
how do
much.
you, a nerdy actor question,
Please.
practical nerdy actor question? It's a
Hmm.
lot of lines, it's a lot of
Hmm.
blocking, it's a lot of behavior, and it's a lot of emotion. How
Yeah.
did you get it in your body where you feel comfortable enough to do this every night?
Right. That's a great question. And it's you have your process, I'm pretty sure, and everyone else who huh?
Yes, I do.
You
I
have
may
your
not
pro
be
okay.
good, but I have it.
But there it is, right? There is something, and that's also a testament as well for doing theater, right? I feel like in film, at least for me, there's a kind of a structure S that you can find for a process to really hit that mark and say the line and go to a different take, yada yada yada. But when it comes to theater, it's a process of like, oh, I have to remind myself these are the techniques that I learned, and also these are the emotional things that I've learned to get into characters. And now, as an adult out of school, how do I keep myself healthy so that I can actually go back and not take it home, or at least do the homework and leave that at home? So my process, honestly, and to learn lines and things of that nature, I suffer from dyslexia, which I'm pretty sure a lot of theater actors, musical theater actors as well suffer from. But I think I lost you a little bit there. Hold on, let me see.
I'm here. I'm here, even if you're not.
Let's see if this works.
I still got you here.
Hello? Did I lose
I'm
you
here.
there,
Do
G?
you hear me? No,
No.
I'm here.
There we go.
You're back.
Now I
You're
got you.
good.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah,
I heard
yeah.
you the whole time, and I saw
Oh,
you,
you
but you
did?
couldn't
Oh,
hear me. So we'll
sorry,
end it. Don't
sorry,
worry.
sorry. Now I can see you.
No
But
worries.
yeah, I suffer from dyslexia. I found that out when I was in the 11th grade. And I didn't realize that it wasn't the fact that I couldn't memorize these lines. Once again, I didn't have the technique to do it. And then when I got to Juilliard, they taught me how to really utilize the time that I had, right? So with all the stuff that they pack on you in college, which you definitely know, how do you go home and sit with these lines and stay focused and stay, like do it, do it, do it. So repetition is my way in. I do it 22 times. There's a method of 22s. You do it 22 times, you read it 22 times, or you, like for me, I like to do 5 times just reading the scene through. And then going back and going through markings for 5 times, and then trying to do it off book 5 times, and then going back and read it again five until I get to my 20. And then my last 22, I try to do it on my last like three or four. I try to do it on my feet. But then after that, I leave it alone. I don't touch it. I go straight to bed. And then when I wake up, usually going to the gym on the treadmill, I just read it again, do my 22. And then after a while, you start to realize like it takes that type of repetition for your brain to start to get a little photogenic or like have the
Yes.
photo memory where you can kind of start to see the lines in your mind's eye when you're reading it. I mean, when you're doing it. But it's honestly it's a strenuous form of repetition, and this play deserves that type of care and attention because Susan Laurie is very specific about how these characters talk. And I find myself, and it's happening a little bit now, where I'm starting to get more comfortable in the text, so I think I can add my own things, and you can feel the train kind of like get off the tracks. Is like that's not Lincoln, that's you. Even though you're a part of it, like stay true to what she has created. And so yeah, and then everything else comes back to technique, where when you finally get on stage, you're like, oh shoot, am I breathing? Do I know my essential questions, my backstory? What is my intention? It's all of those basic, Uta Hagen, those going
Yeah.
straight back to the basics with theater because you have the luxury of time. You may not have the luxury of finances, but you have the luxury of time. And with time comes the ability to, and this is something that I've implemented into the show more than anything that I've ever done, is to remind myself that every performance is just a rehearsal. And as they said in school one time, it's like rehearsal means rehear all. So rehear it all for the first time. The moment I start thinking, oh, we have opening night, or oh, this is a special night, or previews, or whatever those things are. It takes me away from the work and I start to perform. And no one wants to see you perform when they pay 40, $30 to see a ticket. They want to see you live. They want to see this rehearsal. They want to see that moment when something happens and you figure it out. It's not perfect. And that sense of release mentally, especially with this play, has grounded my work in ways that I never imagined. I wish this is one of the things that I implemented when I was in school. The idea that just rehearse, just you have 3 months literally of rehearsal. It's nothing else until they say you're done. They're just adding more things on you to rehearse with. Now you got a stage, now you got lights, now you got people. That's totally fine, but it's a rehearsal. And it's okay if something happens. Figure it out and keep going. The moment it's a performance, I'm just like, oh, now I'm just overthinking. I forget everything. Oh, bump those lines.
Right. No, that's real.
Improv.
That's
Improv.
real. Yes.
So that's something I've been working on with my process.
That's an amazing bit of advice, because I think what people think is, and I'm all about the repetition, and I'm very Meisner-esque in a lot of my technique, and I will repeat and repeat and repeat and find depth and nuance and find a way to, what am I trying to get across? So I get that, but what I really love is that it's a rehearsal. Every night something can happen, and I do get the performance, because the second you feel like I'm gonna be a show pony, it's you lose everything.
You lose everything. It really makes it ego driven, and theater is not about the ego. The lessen your ego, the more you can really be that vessel that we all talk about in the arts. It's not about you. It's about the work. Always remember it's about the work. It's hard. It's hard to remember that. It really is, because we perform. That's what we do. But especially that technique that you were just talking about, the not Meisner technique. That repetition of getting to that place of like where the uncomfortable feels comfortable, right? When you get to that place of, I know this line inside and out. Now I can just let it go. And then for some reason, one night on stage, it clicks, and you're like, oh, there we go. Now I got it. Move on to the next thing.
That's it.
But you have to get over that hump. You got to get over that hump. Yeah,
absolutely. Your career, and what you do, I know off screen, like you've been a very big, I want to say advocate, like charity driven, like very like stories have been written about you, like, I don't know, feeding people on the streets and being a part of your, like, you are about more than just Hollywood and glitz and glamour. Like there is a real reason behind the work that you do, and you try to use your work for better. Is that always been something?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've always been a man of the people, and I don't even say that facetiously, like seriously. I love doing the work and then using that to go into the communities and find ways to give back, because I've been to the lows. I've been down, as they say, in the trenches, and have had those moments when you need a helping hand, and shout outs to my mom, who was the one who really taught me that no matter where you are in your life, no matter where you are in your career, you don't forget the people that brought you up. And it's the community, it's the people that are coming to the theater that holds me true to my art. If it's not for them, then I wouldn't have a job. I wouldn't have stories to tell. So yeah, like I do a lot of reach. I find myself doing that more so in very artistic ways. Like right now, producing different DJ sets with a friend of mine to get more of my friends and platforms so they can showcase themselves. I'm still finding time to go to New York and reach out when I go there with hashtag LunchbackBK, which is a great place that I've been doing for years. So yeah, not just giving out turkeys on Thanksgiving.
Right. That's what everyone's right. So if you show up, and if you're showing up and you see Brandon Michael Hall handing out lunches in Brooklyn, it's not going to just be that's real. Like that is
facts.
There's
doing
no
doing that before
there.
acting.
Right.
Yeah, doing that before acting. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, your career after you graduated, you were like shot out of a cannon. You've worked and worked, and you've kept it together, and you've put the work at the forefront, and you've made and there's just so much more work to come. If it's theater, if it's television, if it's films, if it's whatever your artistic brain is working on, that's the next generation. You just did it. You just know how to do it, and always kept it right, and with the great work at the forefront of it. So I respect and I appreciate.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I want people to come see the show, and they're already coming out. Top Dog, Underdog. Have you heard from Susie Laurie Parks? Has she said anything?
No, not yet. But I heard she likes to sneak into performances. So hopefully Fingers crossed.
Look, Corey and Yaya, they were on a red carpet once, and she was there. And I didn't mean
She
to be
was
like,
there.
Corey, I love you, Corey, and I love you're all great. But hold on, she wrote this
She
monster.
wrote this and got an award for it.
That's yes, and
Oh
got
man,
the
that
mantle.
production there was just
Well,
mind-blowing.
well, your production looks beautiful.
Oh yeah.
People need
Oh yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, trust and believe. We should
Beautiful.
improve. Look, if we
Get this together. Get it together here, people.
for sure.
This is the production. So we're going to follow you. We can follow you at Brandon Michael Hall on Instagram so we can stay up to date on all the things that's to come, the next projects, the next theater, television, all the things, and then get your tickets, PasadenaPlayhouse.org. You only have till March 23rd to get a ticket to see it, so you better get and see it. And so everybody watching on Broadway World, everybody over on my show and everything, thank you for being here. And Brandon, I'm rooting for you. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain. Much
Graduate.
appreciated.
A
Yes.
He's stuck in there and
I
graduated.
stuck through it.
That's
it.
That's why I'm here on YouTube, and you are at Pasadena Playhouse.
Well, hey, are you gonna come? Are you gonna be able to come to see the show?
If I can, I mean, I'm in New York, I'm in
LA.
Detroit, but if I get to LA, I'm coming to
Come
see
on.
you.
All right, good.
The next time you're in New York and you're on Broadway, that's it. It's a moment.
Absolute.
It's a moment. I owe
Done
it.
and
I
done.
promise.
Done and
Thank you
done.
so much for being here.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
How great is he? Thank you all. He's so great. He's so talented. That's because he went to the same school and had some of the same training. No, I'm kidding. He's such a talented guy, and I know some of you have seen him. Thank you. Cat Daddy's gleaning a lot of insight on how it works and how his process is. So good. Such a good, disciplined actor. Marie, all the world's a stage and all the men and women are merely players. You know that? That's a good one. And Donna Summer had a song that said, life is a stage. Maybe we're all players. That's the truth, Marie. Thank you, A. It is a great interview. I know A's probably seen his shows. I know A probably watched God Friended Me or all of that stuff. And hello, Alyssa. Don't worry about being late. I hope you're well. God bless you. You might have just been giving birth to your brand new baby. I don't know. And rewatch it. Come back and tell us next week what's your favorite things. And Christine says both multi-talented guests provide us with inspirational, entertaining, informative conversation. Just what we needed. And next week, Bruce Valanche is going to tell you about all the things he did wrong in showbiz. And it's nutty and ridiculous. And it'll be fun. And it'll be shorter than this because we've had long episodes. But you learned a lot about Detroit. You learned a lot about the Warren Treaty. You're going to listen to their album. And we're going to follow Brandon Michael Hall and his career because he's going to be a big old star. And yeah, how fun. Yes, your 18-month-old newborn. And you know, when I talk to actors, I miss acting. It's true. I got offered to do a play and I couldn't take the time off of work. But it really makes me see, you could listen to him talk. It's his process. It makes me miss the working together in a room to make a project together. So and when I get to do my big Italian wedding, or when I don't really act anymore, but when I was in acting school and I went to Esper and went to Juilliard and stuff like that, you know, there's nothing like being in a room with artists. And that's why I'm so honored to be on this show, is to give a spotlight and a platform to artists, because I'm in awe of artists. I love being an artist. I love talking to artists. I love the artist brain, the artist process, the product, and the journey to get there. It's never ending and it's never perfect. But God, is it important in this world to create an art. So thank you all so much for being here. We send love. We send love out there to Lattes to Feel Better. We send love to Judy, my good girl Judy, and everybody out there that's going through something. We send you a lot of love as well. These are some of my favorite things. You are all some of my favorite things. I'm going to go visit my favorite thing upstairs, which is my man's, and enjoy my evening. Tomorrow's Friday, so amen to that. Also my favorite thing. Yes, it was so true, Alyssa. So go enjoy your favorite thing, even if it's your loved one, if it's your husband, your wife, your partner, or your boyfriend, girlfriend, your damn self. You go love on that tonight. It's your favorite things. My favorite thing is spending Thursdays with you. Thank you for being here. God bless you. There's more good than there is bad. There's more love than there is hate. And there's more joy than there is sadness. Even in this crazy old world, we just sometimes have to find it. Thank you. Diamond and Darius are already ready for bed. And next week, we'll have a fun old time together. I'll see you then. Till then, bye, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and take care of yourself.